Patriots coach Bill Belichick renamed and painted his new boat 7 rings. It's a rumor. There's a photo going around the internet. He, of course, had it as 5 rings, and it was 6 rings. Now it's 7 rings. To rename your boat every time you win a Super Bowl, acceptable or unacceptable?
Very acceptable.
What?
Good for him.
Like
Why not? Why not? Stop. Run the ball. He should rename it Just Run the Ball. And just run the ball. How many teams have to make that mistake?
Seriously.
Right? The Seattle did it because they get psyched out. Yeah. They get psyched out by this guy. Just run the ball. When Julio Jones did that toe tap catch, I'm going, that's it.
It's a wrap.
That's it. You know, my 7-year-old son was like, that's it, just kick, it's 11. And Kyle Shanahan's like, nah, I'm going to mess around, see what happens here. See what happens here. We've been doing it all year. The year's over. The year's over, Kyle. The year's over, Kyle. It's over, Kyle.
Finish him.
Yeah, it's in the year. Like, Kyle, like, why are you trying to play around? You don't have next week.
So your 7-year-old son was like, that's unacceptable.
Yeah, my 7-year-old son's going, I mean, Dad, they got it.
What's the name of your boat?
Well, I don't have a boat. I don't have a boat.
You got a gravy boat.
If I had a boat, it would probably be called unacceptable.
We love having you here.
Oh, I appreciate it. I love being here with you guys.
Listen to his podcast.
I love being here with you guys.
So the victory parade up in New England, there was a sort of a mantra that Bill Belichick was trying to get to happen. Take a look.
These players, they worked harder than any team I've ever coached. They came to work every day, and there were no days off. 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 Go Pats!
I'll be honest, it's hard to watch.
It is.
It's hard to watch. But if you look at Bill, I feel a little bad for him because he's really into it. He's animated. Is it acceptable or unacceptable?
You just nailed it. No, it's unacceptable. After like the third time, it was just like, ugh. You know, I don't want to get political, but that's like a Trump thing where it just keeps going, saying the same thing, and it's just like, all right,
You're in front of a crowd. It reminds me of Howard Dean. Remember when he went up there and was like, wow,
and then he's like, no days off, and then his feet are up on his boat.
7 rings.
Yeah, that's a day off, Bill. That's a day off, Bill.
So Drake and Odell Beckham Jr., we're talking about this in Whoops. They are vacationing together. There are Drake's on tour in England, and this whole thing happened where Drake stopped his concert. I was telling Nate about it, to get Odell Beckham Jr., who was somewhere in the audience, to sign a fan's jersey. He stopped the show. Acceptable or unacceptable? Look at this.
Listen.
Unbelievable.
Listen. Yeah, I can't.
What?
I can't look.
Okay.
Seriously,
look. All right, go on.
No. First, I'm a Giants fan. Okay. If I ever, he should have stopped the concert and said, Odell Beckham Jr.'s here. Well, why don't you catch the ball? Why don't you catch the ball in Lambeau Field instead of dropping 17-0 in the first half? Drop 17-0.
Can't go to a concert in the offseason?
No, he can, but don't do that. Don't do that. I don't want to hear that.
Like he won the Super Bowl?
It's like, what am I signing? Why is he signing anything? Why is he signing anything?
I don't know, Paul.
He should be in hiding. He should be in hiding until he should be in hiding until he catches one pass in a playoff game. Oh,
listen, that was great when he watched the video. Paul started to shake.
I know,
there was palpable anger.
It's like, what are you calling this guy out for? It was one of the worst performances. Guy's crying, punching holes in walls, and then a Drake concert gets stopped.
All right, let's get off this ball before you break.
Sorry, I don't know why I really got I think I forgot I was on a show for a second.
No, it's fine. That's what we want from you.
Okay.
Dropped passes. This is a topic that we've talked about a lot that I get very passionate about.
Yeah.
Terrell Owens didn't get in the Hall of Fame. And defending the selection, Boston Herald writer Ron Borges, who I respect, says, you know, he dropped too many passes. He had a lot of drops. He asked me, the one who dropped the ball, were the voters not putting him in. Where do you come out on this whole T.O. thing? And that is an excuse, that he dropped too many passes.
Let me ask you something. Okay?
Yeah, go ahead.
How many of these nerds that write this up, how many of these absolute talentless nobodies, how many balls have they caught?
Probably 0.
These absolute nerds who should be still in the lockers they got stuffed in high school have the nerve, have the audacity to talk about this gladiator, this absolute champion. You understand what these nerd Hall of Fame voters, you know what would happen if Aaron Rodgers threw them a bullet? They'd be in a coma. They'd be in a coma. And this guy's what, 3rd all time, and you're not going to put him in because he's a buffoon? It's ridiculous. He acts like a buffoon sometimes. I get it. He's still one of the best. It's absolutely unacceptable that voters and reporters and these journalists keep him out.
Good job. I love that. It's one of the strong. We talked about that a lot. It's the strongest take we've heard.
How can you? I just don't understand it. It's like, listen, some guys are jerks. Some guys have off-the-field issues. If you have talent, You know, Randy Moss, one of my favorites of all time.
Yep.
Randy is, I mean, I could watch Randy all the time. He took plays off. Sometimes he did some things. You just like, but statistically, what the guy can do, he just belongs
About
there.
him next year.
Yeah, and in the grand scheme of things, we say that he was a jerk, bad player, he was a bad teammate, but all that stuff, and looking back at it, it wasn't that bad in comparison
Right.
to what we've seen on the field and off the field.
I'll tell you what, if Randy Moss doesn't get in the Hall of Fame next year, don't ever have me on the show again. because I will because I'll get arrested. Yeah, it will be bad. It will be bad.
No days off for
Paul
this
and Beckham in the same room either. That'll be bad.
I love Beckham. It just hurts. It hurts.
I want that Barbara Walters 101. Paul Virzi and Odell Beckham. That's it. All right, guys. If you're in the New York area, you can catch Paul at the New York Comedy Club tomorrow.
Nice.
Also, The Stand on Friday, which is a great club. And then Dangerfields on Saturday. You come to New York, you do New York things, you see Paul Virzi. Paul, thank you for
Thanks for having me, man. Always a pleasure, man.
Download the podcast.
Download the podcast. Tell us, where do we get the podcast?
Yeah, it's on Virzi Effect Podcast. It's on iTunes. It's on Podbean. It's all that. So
People kill me for calling you Virzi. It's not Virzi.
Is it Virzi or
It's
Virzi?
Virzi.
People kill me
I
on
say
Twitter.
Virzi, you say Virzi.
They kill me on Twitter for pronouncing it wrong. I say, well, I'm in on it. I'm in. I'm all in. Like,
Yeah,
I'm
well,
not
you
changing
pronounce it like the Italian
Yes.
way.